Our goal today is to get Patrick, Joe Tooney, Daryl Williams, and Tyrann Mathieu. Should be our Zooms today. If you need permission to record, hit us with a note in the chat.
All right. As far as the injuries go, Lucas Niang tore his patellar tendon is what it looks like. And then Orlando Brown had a calf strain that he got in pregame warm-ups there. Listen, I mean, as far as the game goes, Cincinnati did a heck of a job. But when you have the lead, you want to keep the lead. So we stalled the first couple series on the offensive side of the ball in the third quarter, and then we had too many big plays on the defensive side. Obviously, Chase had a big day today. Daryl Williams, I thought, played well. He had a lot of yards, and but between the big plays and the penalties, that was that's what got us. And there were way too many penalties, 9 penalties, including a touchdown on a kickoff return, 4th down play, where our defense did a nice job of stopping them on the 1 foot line. I'd like to comment on each one, but I don't want to be fined. So with that, time's yours.
First, Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Andy, can you explain your thinking on that 3rd and 27 play on the Bengals winning drive when you guys gave up the big play? When you guys could have made him kick a long field goal if you'd stopped him. And Brad, I'll have a second question as well.
Yeah, well, with hindsight now, I mean, we probably could have helped out a little bit more on Chase. So, but that's we put our guys in that position to make a play, to hopefully get to the quarterback and keep him out of field goal range. And so it didn't work out. The guys busted their tail to get it done, and it just didn't work out. So,
all right,
type of things. We all have a little piece of this, coaches and players. So,
okay. And did you consider letting the Bengals score when they got down there to the goal line, so you guys could have a chance with the ball, even if you were down 7 points at that point?
Sure did. Yeah, they took a knee, but yeah, sure did.
Let's go next to Nate
Which was
Taylor.
the right thing to do. I mean, they did the right thing, though. So.
Let's go next to Nate. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Andy, I have 2 questions as well. The first is, was there discussion between the game at all about sliding coverage or doubling Chase at all? And if so, what was that conversation like? And then Brad, I'll have a follow-up.
Yeah, I'm not going to cover that right there. I mean, we obviously knew he was playing well. So.
And then given the circumstances you had to start the game, just what was it like to obviously understand that Orlando Brown went down, and how much had Joe Tooney had any practice reps at left tackle before obviously making that decision?
Yeah, I thought Joe did a real nice job at jumping in there and doing it with very little reps, if any, none this week for sure. And but he, he's a football player, and thought he did a nice job with that.
Thanks to Sam McDowell. Good, Sam.
Hey, Andy. I want to make sure I understood something that you had answered to Adam earlier. Was it your anticipation to let them score at the end of the game, but you didn't feel like they were trying to get in the end zone? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. I mean, they took a knee. Yeah. So.
Yep.
Let's go next to Nick Jacobs. Go ahead, Nick.
Brad, I'll have a follow-up as well. Andy, for you with Tooney at left tackle, and then also having Allegretti kick in at left guard, and Wiley having to come off the bench, collectively, how do you think that offensive line did protection-wise?
Yeah, listen, I thought overall they did a good job. That's a tough thing to do. Tribute to Andy Heck and his guys. I mean, the line I thought did enough of a job where where we were effective for sure.
Yeah, and then given the margin for error, how small it got for various reasons, what do you hope this team takes away from this that can help them come playoff time?
Yeah, so you learn from it. I mean, as coaches and players, you learn from it. I mean, that's all you can do right now. So, the guys battled, and I thought played good aggressive football. We came up short against a good team, and so we'll go back, we'll study it, and we'll try to get better from it.
We'll go last to Nate and Sam. Go ahead, Nate.
Andy, I just wanted to follow on what you said earlier. Given the penalty situation, could you tell if there was anything that you could tell what was going on in terms of the secondary penalties? Was there anything that the refs gave you in terms of what their understanding of those calls were?
Yeah, no, they told me.
We'll go last to Sam. Good, Sam.
Hey, Andy. Sorry, I threw out a confusing question. I meant when the Bengals initially got down there, 2 minutes left in the game, was there a thought process there to potentially let them score and have a couple minutes left? And what swayed you in the direction that you went?
Before we stopped him on the 1 foot line. Yeah, so then we took a knee. Yeah. And we stopped him. So, and then there's a penalty. I mean, kind of played out.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining
All
us.
right, thanks. You're done.
All right, we'll go first to Sam McDowell. Go, Sam.
Patrick, what are those last 6 minutes like for you? As you're standing on the sideline, hoping to get the ball back, and then also specifically, if you could drill into the past couple minutes, is there any hope from you on the sideline that, hey, just let him get in? I'd love to get the ball back here.
There's a time and a place for that. They made 6 stops at the goal line. Whenever you make 6 stops at the 1 yard line, it's tough whenever they get a first down after that. So the defense has to play too. They made the stops. We almost got the ball backed up. We'd have been able to get into overtime and do all that different type of stuff. But they fought to the very end, and unfortunately, it didn't work out their way.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Good, Pete.
Patrick, you guys had 4 touchdown drives in a row and then went into the locker room, and it seemed to stall in the second half. What do you think maybe led to some of that change?
Yeah, they came out and played a little different coverages and stuff like that. But I think it was just execution, and we were executing at a high level in the first half. We had a couple bad plays here and there from really everybody that kind of stalled drives out. We found ways to score points. We just got to continue to work on being better, and then hopefully going into this next game in the playoffs, we can get rolling.
Let's go next to Darren Smith. Go ahead, Darren.
Hey, Patrick, I know this is a tale of two halves. As Pete mentioned, you had, of course, the 4 touchdowns in the first half. But what do you think they did specifically? Because you all were running the ball effectively both halves of the football, and you ran up there for about 75 yards in the second half. What is it that you saw that they were doing, especially in the third quarter, when the momentum started to shift, that they were doing that to you all's offense that was stalling them?
Yeah, I think we just had a couple bad plays. We had the 3rd and 1 where we got the first down. Ended up getting a holding call and an illegal shift, so it moved us back. And we got and then on 3rd and 12, Tyreek got, I guess, tripped up over the middle. He probably had been wide open, so we didn't get the first down there. It kind of stuff like that the entire second half. We had, I think it was like 160-something rushing yards and almost 300 passing yards. So usually that's a pretty good day at the office. We just got to continue to make drives work and score touchdowns.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Patrick, just want to look ahead real quick. The number 1 seed is no longer within your own control now. Now you guys need some help. Is it you feel like it's going to be difficult to get ready to prepare for this game, or what's the outlook on that right now? Understanding this is at a real early stage.
After you lose a game like you lost it today, it shouldn't be difficult to be ready to go again the next week. So I think guys will be ready to go. We're playing Denver. They're a good football team. They gave us the challenge this last time we played them, like they always do. And we're playing in Denver, which is a tough place to play at. So I think we'll try to fix some things, come back, and play better football this next week.
We'll go last one to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Patrick, I have 2 questions for you. The first is, what was it like playing with the offensive line today, given the injuries to Orlando and Lucas? And then secondly, I think your last play was on the 3rd and 5, the Bengals blitz. I just wonder what the strategy was there, and if that blitz from the Bengals sort of surprised you, given they hadn't tried to blitz you much.
It didn't. The actual blitz didn't surprise me. From kind of the film study, most times when they blitz, they would drop people out and kind of cover some of those guys underneath. So we had a good plan for that. I was going to go to D-Rob, and the corner and the safety did a great job of passing off the post and the corner route. So I got kind of caught out of position and threw it away. But we studied it a lot. I was kind of ready for them to bring a lot of blitzes, and they brought some early, and we kind of started moving the ball, and then as the game went on, they backed up, and we ran the ball really well. And then I forgot your first question.
No, that's okay. Just asking, when you don't see Orlando Brown coming out of the locker room, and then obviously Lucas Niang goes down, just how was it like operating with that offensive line today?
Yeah, obviously it's tough when you lose guys like that. But I thought guys stepped up. They have a great pass rush, and Joe just kicking out the left tackle, Wiley kicking over to right tackle, which we've always had trust in Wiley. He is a starter in our heads. And so having Wiley out there at right tackle playing really well, Joe kicking out, Allegretti coming in. We have depth in that offensive line room, and we needed it today. And that's something I think Beach did a great job of this offseason, was making sure we have people that can go for cases like today.
Patrick, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us. All right, guys, we got Tyron up next. And we will start first with Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Tyron. Can you kind of just describe the emotions of those last 2 minutes there? I mean, obviously you guys elected to try and go for the goal line stand. You get it, but there's a flag. I mean, what are the emotions of those last couple minutes there?
I mean, obviously, man, you never want to be in those kind of situations, especially, with the offense that we have. Obviously we would like to get off the field and give those guys at least, 45 seconds to a minute to kind of do what they need to do. Outside of that, I thought we fought pretty hard, when those guys did go down there. I didn't think today was our best day. I didn't think we tackled well. I didn't think we, really tried to stop deep balls, on the outside. And, I think playing cornerback in this league is a tough job. But we could get it done. We could do it. And just felt like today, just wasn't our day,
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go to Adam.
Tyron, you talked about today just not playing well defensively. Any particular reason for that? I know the Bengals are good and Chase is a really good player, Burrow's a good player, but any particular reason you felt like today was one of those days on defense?
Well, I thought just kind of, piggyback off, really what the theme was all week. And really it was how are we going to respond when those guys make a big play, when things don't go our way, when we can't get off the field. This is a response, driven league. And I just didn't think we responded well enough today. I know some people are going to talk about, certain calls that were made, late in the game. And, outside of that, I still feel like we could have responded, a lot better, defensively. Hats off to those guys. They got a great young, core that could really play football, So those guys were prepared. I just didn't think we responded, the way we were prepared to respond.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Pete.
And I know Jamar Chase well with the LSU ties. Just what did you make of his day? And was there any chatter among you and Spags and just the defense, and maybe just trying to think about maybe giving some extra help to Javarius there or whoever was assigned to him on any given play?
Yeah, I thought he had a great game. I thought a lot of things kind of went his way. A lot of balls he caught today, we could have been better, as far as our angles to the completion point. I didn't think we tackled, as well as we've been tackling the last couple months. And anytime you're playing against a player like that, they're going to expose you. If you have an off day, like they're going to be the reason you get exposed. So, hats off to the kid. He had a great game. I'm hoping that he could keep it going, going forward. But I think for us, really what I said a couple minutes ago is, even if guys make a big play, catch a ball or, get a touchdown, it's all about the next drive and how we respond. And, we had some moments in the game where we responded well. But when we really needed it, we just couldn't get off the field.
Let's go next to Steve Walls. Good, Steve. Steve, we can't hear you. We're going to have to come back to you. Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Good, Nate.
Hey, Tyron, I know you mentioned earlier the big play that the Bengals were able to have, but can you just describe what it's like when you feel like you're this close to getting off the field on 3rd and 27 and they convert to keep that drive going to end the game?
Yeah, that one hurt, man. I'm pretty sure we all want that one back, as far as the players, even Spags and the coaches as well. I think, it's kind of good to have certain learning moments. Obviously, you never want to lose, especially, when we're chasing the things that we're chasing. Any loss feels like a letdown. It feels like you're going 10 steps back, and we just can't really let that affect us going forward. We still got a lot to play for. As of right now, we're still the number 1 seed. And so it's important for us to kind of keep that in mind. We got another big division game next week where those guys aren't going to just let us win the game. They're going to come out and try to compete. So we got to learn from this one, as bad as it hurt, playing in a decent environment where, they got a lot of young playmakers that can make plays. We just got to do our best to kind of learn from it and turn the page because, like I said, we still got a lot of football, that we need. We need to have confidence, going forward.
Last two, we're going to go Baha'i and then Herbie. Go Baha'i.
Hey, Tyron, just to go back to the 3rd and 27 play, what's your sense of risk reward in that moment going into the play when you guys are blitzing like that? And obviously you want to see it play out differently, but how do you see it going into the play?
I think with the way the game was going, the kind of plays that those guys were making, the points that they were able to score, I think every series is important, when you talk about not allowing them to get points. And so I think in our mind, we were playing for those guys to, hopefully play for a field goal and kind of play into our hands. But, they had another game plan in mind, so, and it worked. So they got us. So we'll learn from it. And I do believe we'll grow from that particular, scenario.
And last to Herbie. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, John, you do mention turning the page, and there is a lot riding on this last game. How do you and your teammates go about rallying and turning the page so you are mentally prepared for this final game?
I mean, you just go back to work. You don't point fingers. You don't blame coaches. You don't blame a particular play, a particular series. You just go back to work. You keep bonding with your teammates. You keep that chemistry alive, and you keep believing in your coaches as well. I think the reason we've gotten this good and we've gotten better as the season went on is because we believe in our coaches, and so we just got to keep that mindset. Obviously, Big Red won't let us relax, so we'll go back to work this week, and that's what we need. We just need to go back to work and just continue to believe in each other.
Thank you, Tyron. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
I think we're gonna have Joe Tooney up next.
Wondering, have you played any tackle before today since you left college? And also, how do you feel you did given the circumstances? I'm assuming you hadn't practiced there all week or all season. How do you feel you did today?
I think I had a series or two at right tackle a couple years back, and then that I think there's always room to improve, and I give credit to our O-line coaches and the whole offensive coaching staff. They always do a great job preparing us each week, and just kind of the next man up mentality. And I just have to take a look at the film, but there's always things to work on and things to improve, and just try and look at the film and try and get a little better for next week.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Good, Pete.
Just how difficult is a task to find out, in mere minutes that you gotta go to that left tackle position, and then what does it take mentally to kind of adjust?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of just a different position, going from guard to tackle, but like I said, got to credit our offensive, O-line coaches, our offensive staff, and then the guys in the room are great. Orlando was great, talking, and the whole group just talking to each other, tips and pointers and reminders, and so it's really just a unit. We're just next man up mentality, and just want to be out there playing. And I think that's how everyone feels, and regardless where it is, and just want to play football and just want to win, and so yeah.
We'll take three more going right down the line, starting with Herbie. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Joe, as a follow-up to Adam's and Pete's question, two-part question here. Going from left guard to left tackle, how much easier is that, say, compared to moving over to the right side? And then lastly, as a follow-up to Adam's question, how often do you take reps at left tackle during practice during the course of the year?
Yeah, I mean, left guard to left tackle is, a little easier of a transition because your feet are kind of still in the same. But yeah, it's just just everyone in the group wants to play, and got to be ready for whatever, and get a sprinkling in of reps to tackle, and so just yeah, but just like I said, credit to the guys in the room, O-line coaches, and the whole offensive staff, and just preparing us every week. And you never know, like, this stuff's going to happen. And just got to play together and communicate the whole time and just keep trying to work and get better.
Next to Todd Palmer. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Jeff, appreciate your time. I know you don't want to take any moral victories from a game like this, but you guys had a season high 155 yards rushing against that Bengals defense that sells out to stop the run. What does that say about this group and the ability to not only pass protect, but also kind of impose your will in the run game when you need to?
Yeah. I'm really proud to be part of this O-line group. It's a bunch of hardworking guys who love to play together. And, as offensive line, run the ball, pass the ball. We just want to, give our running backs great holes and give, Pat a clean pocket. And, the running backs did a great job running today. And tight ends were blocking, wide receivers, everyone. So, it's a team effort. Just want to, execute the plays that are called. And, we'll take a look at the film and try and, keep improving, keep moving forward.
Last to Matt Derrick. But Matt.
Hey, Joe, appreciate the time. Hey, playing tackle, is it like riding a bike? Did it come back to you? All the everything, back from the old days? And do you miss playing tackle?
It was, it's just different. There's just a lot more, space out there. And, it's just, I'm not sure, but it was, just want to do what the team needed. And, wherever the team needs me, I'll play. And, Nick was great at left guard talking. Creed's always good at center and, did a great job communicating and, just working together for the game. And, I'll play wherever.
Joe, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. Well, Daryl Williams coming up next.